Hello friends! Have you ever wondered how the stars, numbers, trees, flowers, and even stones align to shape your destiny? This week, from September 28th to October 4th, we're diving deep into a multi-dimensional horoscope. The classic Western zodiac, the ancient wisdom of the Druids, the Vedic tradition, the language of flowers and stones, and even the vibrations of numerology. It's like looking at your life through 5 different cosmic mirrors, each reflecting hidden truths. Let's begin the journey through every sign, one by one. Aries, March 21st to April 19th. Western Astrology. Mars, your ruling planet, is restless this week, urging you to act boldly but warning against reckless decisions. An old conflict may resurface, approach it with maturity. This week, Aries, your ruling planet Mars is alive with restless fire, almost like a drumbeat that won't let you stand still. You may feel the urge to push forward, to conquer, to declare your independence in ways that thrill your spirit, but there's also a warning embedded in this celestial rhythm. Boldness is a gift, but recklessness can turn that gift into a burden. You may find old disagreements returning to the surface, not as accidents, but as unfinished lessons that beg to be faced again. The cosmos isn't punishing you, it's offering you a chance to rewrite the ending. The fiery energy in the skies pushes you to take the initiative, but maturity is what will determine the outcome. If you respond with quick temper, the same cycles repeat. If you answer with wisdom, you'll see how strength lies not just in action, but in restraint. Imagine yourself as a warrior not on the battlefield, but in the council hall, choosing words carefully and striking balance before striking blows. This week you're being asked, how do you wield power, as a sword that cuts, or as a torch that guides? The stars lean toward the latter, if you're ready. Druid Horoscope. You resonate with the oak tree, symbolizing strength and protection. This week, the oak whispers, patience is not weakness, it's strategy. In the Druid tradition, Aries finds kinship with the oak, the ancient guardian of forests, a tree that has seen storms, wars, and seasons pass, yet stands unbroken. This week, the oak leans close to whisper a secret that might not come naturally to your fiery nature. Patience is not weakness. Patience is power hidden in plain sight. Just as the oak takes years to grow roots deep enough to weather the fiercest winds, you too are being asked to pause, to ground yourself, and to recognize that true strength isn't shown in speed but in steadiness. If you feel frustrated by delays or blocked paths, remember the oak's wisdom. Growth unseen is still growth, and waiting with purpose is not wasting time. There's an invitation here to protect, to offer shelter to others, perhaps even to take on the role of the strong trunk that others lean against. Your instinct may be to break down doors this week, but the oak teaches you that sometimes standing tall and waiting for the right moment is the most strategic act of all. The energy of this tree asks you, can you be both the flame and the roots, both the warrior and the guardian? Vedic Astrology. Your fiery nature meets Saturn's discipline. Focus on career and responsibilities. Success comes through persistence, not shortcuts. In the Vedic sky, your fire encounters Saturn, the planet of boundaries, patience, and karma. Imagine a blazing torch suddenly meeting the stone walls of an ancient temple. The flame doesn't vanish, but it must learn to move with discipline. This week is a test of how you handle structure, duty, and the long game. Saturn is reminding you that quick victories are not always true victories. Persistence, dedication, and respect for rules can bring results that last far longer than fleeting triumphs. If you've been neglecting career responsibilities or trying to cut corners, this week you may feel the weight of consequences. But Saturn isn't here to punish, it's here to guide you into maturity, to show you that ambition paired with patience builds empires. Pay attention to work projects, deadlines, and authority figures. Respect commitments, even if they feel heavy. What feels restrictive now will soon become the framework on which your freedom can stand. Your fiery Aries spirit is learning an important lesson. Sometimes, to move forward fast, you must first move forward slow. Flower Horoscope. Your flower is the honeysuckle. This week it draws admiration. People will be naturally attracted to your energy. The honeysuckle blooms for you this week, Aries, and with it comes the sweetness of attraction. Like its fragrance, you may find that your presence draws others without effort, pulling them closer with curiosity, admiration, and even affection. The honeysuckle is a reminder that you don't always need to chase. Sometimes you simply need to let your natural charm speak for itself. If you've been craving recognition or longing for connection, know that this week others are noticing you, even when you think you're moving unnoticed. This flower's energy encourages you to open your heart, to be warm, to invite closeness rather than demand it. In love, this could mean new romantic sparks or a partner rediscovering your allure. In friendships, it may bring renewed laughter, shared memories, and trust. But there's also a gentle warning. The honeysuckle thrives in sunlight but tangles when uncontrolled. Make sure the admiration you receive doesn't lead to entanglements you can't handle. Enjoy the sweetness, but remember to direct it with clarity and kindness. Stone horoscope. Red jasper gives you grounding. Wear it to balance impulses. This week, Aries, the stone that speaks your language is red jasper, a deep and earthy crystal that grounds your restless fire. Imagine your energy as a wildfire, powerful, unstoppable, but sometimes destructive. Red jasper is the soil that contains that fire, shaping it into a hearth flame that warms instead of burns. Wearing or carrying this stone will remind you to stay balanced when impulses surge. It supports decision-making, giving you clarity when emotions threaten to take the wheel. If conflicts arise, red jasper calms your reactions, helping you listen before you strike. Physically, it's a stone of vitality and stamina, making it perfect for a week when Mars fuels your restless body and mind. Spiritually, it's the anchor that keeps you steady when storms rage. If you're stepping into important conversations, negotiations, or even battles of will, let red jasper be your ally, reminding you that your true strength lies not in how fast you move, but in how steady you stand. Numerology. The vibration of number 9 surrounds you, urging closure of unfinished business. The number 9 circles you this week, Aries, carrying with it the vibration of endings, closure, and wisdom. 9 is the number of cycles, the final chapter before something new begins. In your life, this could mean unfinished projects, lingering conflicts, or unresolved emotions rising to the surface, not to frustrate you but to ask for resolution. This isn't a week to start everything fresh, it's a week to complete what's been left undone. If you've been procrastinating, 9 demands you tie the loose ends. If you've been holding grudges, 9 urges forgiveness. If you've been lingering in a chapter that no longer serves you, 9 says it's time to close the book. But remember, closure doesn't mean loss, it means making space for the new. The wisdom of 9 is compassion, for yourself, for others, and for the journey you've walked. When you embrace closure with grace, you open the door to beginnings that align with who you've become. This number asks you directly, what are you ready to release so you can finally rise? And now, a little side note. If you'd like to support the channel, there's a thanks button right under this video, or through the donation alerts link in the description. Your support truly helps me keep creating. And of course, if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe so you won't miss what's coming next. Thank you so much for being here. Now, let's continue. Taurus, April 20th to May 20th. Western astrology. Venus highlights your relationships. Expect warm conversations but also a test of loyalty. Trust your instincts. This week, Venus, your ruling planet, shines her soft yet powerful light on your relationships. Her influence makes the air around you warmer, sweeter, almost as if conversations carry music and gestures carry deeper meaning. You may notice bonds strengthening, with small acts of love and kindness making a big difference in how you feel supported. Yet Venus doesn't only bring romance and harmony, she sometimes tests loyalty by showing you where cracks exist. Someone close to you may reveal their true colors, or you may be asked to decide whether devotion outweighs doubt. Your instincts will be your compass. Trust them. If something feels authentic, it is. If something feels forced, don't dismiss the signal. The beauty of this week is that Venus offers both connection and clarity. She shows you the value of trust, not just in others, but in yourself. If your heart hesitates, listen closely. If it opens, embrace it. Relationships under Venus's gaze are not just about affection, they're about truth. Druid horoscope. The willow tree reflects your sensitivity. Use it to channel creativity into music, art, or writing this week. In the Druid path, Taurus finds a mirror in the willow tree, the guardian of emotions and imagination. This week, the willow leans toward you, its long, graceful branches whispering that your sensitivity is not a burden but a gift. Like the willow bending without breaking in the wind, your strength lies in flexibility, in allowing your emotions to flow rather than resisting them. The energy of this tree encourages you to express your feelings through creative channels, whether it's painting, writing, music, or any art that speaks your truth. Your emotional depth is calling to be poured into something tangible, something that others can feel and connect with. Don't shy away from your sensitivity, embrace it as your superpower. If life feels heavy, let creativity be your release. Just as the willow thrives near water, you too will thrive when you allow emotions to nourish, not drown, you. This week, your roots are in the unseen world of feeling, and your branches reach into the visible world of creation. Vedic astrology. You may feel torn between comfort and ambition. Planetary shifts favor financial planning and long-term stability. In the Vedic sky, Taurus, you stand at a crossroads between the pleasures of comfort and the pull of ambition. Your natural inclination is to create stability, to build a life filled with beauty, security, and reliability. But this week, the planetary energies tug at both sides, asking you to choose balance. You may feel tempted to indulge in luxury or leisure, but the cosmos advises focusing instead on long-term goals. Financial planning, investments, and wise decisions will be rewarded, while impulsive spending could create setbacks. Saturn and Venus together emphasize responsibility over instant gratification. This is the perfect time to review budgets, solidify career strategies, or lay foundations for future prosperity. Think of it as planting seeds in fertile ground. The work you do now may not yield immediate results, but it promises abundant harvests in time. Your lesson this week is patience paired with vision. Ambition and comfort do not have to battle. They can dance together if you give them rhythm. Flower horoscope. Your bloom is the rose. Love blossoms, but thorns remind you not to rush. This week, Taurus, your soul flower is the rose, queen of blooms, a symbol of beauty, devotion, and desire. Its petals open to love and admiration, and so too does your heart. You may feel romance blossoming around you, whether through an existing relationship deepening or a new one sparking to life. The rose carries allure and enchantment, reminding you of the joy of vulnerability and intimacy. Yet it also carries thorns, the sharp reminder that true love cannot be rushed. If you push too hard, you may get hurt. The rose's wisdom asks you to savor love as you would its fragrance, slowly, fully, without trying to grasp it too tightly. Let relationships unfold naturally. Appreciate their beauty without demanding perfection. This week, the rose invites you to open yourself to connection, but also to respect boundaries, your own and others. In doing so, love becomes not just a fleeting moment of passion, but a lasting experience of growth. Stone horoscope. Emerald helps keep your heart balanced. Emerald, your guiding stone this week, carries the green glow of harmony, healing, and truth. Known as the stone of the heart, it calms turbulence in emotions and strengthens bonds built on honesty. For you, Taurus, emerald offers balance, the grounding you need when relationships pull you in many directions. If you feel torn between passion and caution, emerald steadies you. If conflicts arise, it encourages you to speak with kindness rather than anger. Beyond love, this stone also resonates with prosperity and abundance, aligning perfectly with the financial focus of your week. Carrying or wearing emerald can remind you to approach every decision from the heart, not just the mind. It whispers that true wealth is not only in what you earn, but in how you feel. With emerald as your ally, you'll find clarity in relationships, peace in decisions, and strength in your values. Numerology. Number 6 guides you toward harmony in family matters. The vibration of the number 6 surrounds you this week, Taurus, and its energy is all about harmony, responsibility, and nurturing. 6 is the number of home, family, and balance, reminding you that your role as a caretaker, a builder, or a source of stability is vital. You may be called to resolve family matters, mediate conflicts, or simply bring warmth into your household. This number encourages you to listen deeply to loved ones and to act from compassion. But 6 is not only about duty, it's also about joy found in togetherness. Take time to celebrate small moments with those who matter most. Share meals, laughter, and gratitude. If work has consumed your focus, 6 gently redirects your gaze back to the people who make life worth building. This week, the universe asks, how can you restore harmony where it has been lost? 6 reminds you that true strength isn't just about achieving goals, it's about creating peace within your closest circles. Gemini, May 21st to June 20th. Western astrology. Mercury, your ruler, makes you sharp but slightly anxious. Avoid gossip. Focus on useful communication. This week, Gemini, Mercury, your ruling planet, is buzzing like a restless bee around your mind, making every thought sharper, every idea more precise, and every word more impactful. But with that heightened mental energy comes a shadow, anxiety, impatience, and a tendency to scatter your focus in too many directions at once. Mercury gives you the gift of communication, yet it also tempts you toward gossip or trivial chatter, which can drain your energy and distract you from meaningful exchanges. The universe is inviting you to be intentional with your words, to use them like arrows aimed at truth, not like feathers tossed into the wind. If you channel this energy into useful communication, writing, teaching, negotiating, or problem solving, you'll find doors opening. Your words can inspire, your ideas can lead, and your wit can disarm even the most guarded hearts. But if you let Mercury's restless chatter dominate, you may end the week exhausted, wondering why so much talk produced so little result. Ask yourself before speaking, does this build or does it scatter? Mercury wants you to build this week, and the sharpness of your mind is your greatest tool. Druid horoscope. The ash tree teaches connection. Collaborations will flourish if you listen more than you speak. In the Druid path, Gemini is reflected in the ash tree, a symbol of connection, weaving, and the invisible threads that bind people together. The ash reminds you that while your tongue is quick, your power lies equally in your ears. To listen deeply this week is to discover truths you've been overlooking. Collaborations, partnerships, and even casual teamwork will carry unexpected rewards if you are willing to hold space for others' voices as much as your own. Imagine the ash's branches, spreading wide and interlacing with other trees, forming a network of strength that no single trunk could achieve alone. That is your lesson now. You are not meant to carry everything by yourself, nor are you meant to shine only by speaking. Sometimes the brilliance of Gemini is shown in the ability to gather ideas, to weave them together, and to create harmony from many voices. If you can resist the urge to dominate conversations and instead ask questions, invite stories, and allow others to be heard, you'll find that your influence grows tenfold. The ash teaches that connection is not built by noise, but by the silences in between. Vedic astrology. Rahu's influence sparks curiosity. A new idea could transform into a profitable project. In the Vedic sky, Rahu, the north node of the moon, casts its influence on you this week, Gemini, and with it comes a wave of curiosity, restlessness, and hunger for the unknown. Rahu rarely plays by the rules. It stirs your imagination in directions you may not have considered, and sometimes it makes you chase illusions. But here, Rahu's energy is less about distraction and more about inspiration. You may find yourself struck by an idea that seems small at first, a conversation, a flash of insight, a sudden vision, but if pursued with discipline, it could grow into a profitable project or a transformative path. The key is discernment. Rahu's energy is tricky. It can make false gold shine like treasure. This week, you must balance your curiosity with practicality, test your ideas, and explore them without diving in blindly. Think of Rahu as a wild spark. It can either burn out in smoke or ignite a flame that warms your future. Trust the spark, but also guide it with wisdom. Flower horoscope. Lavender calms your restless thoughts. Keep it nearby. Lavender blooms for you this week, Gemini, bringing with it the soft fragrance of peace, balance, and clarity. Your mind is racing faster than most, filled with words, possibilities, and questions, and without rest, that energy can turn into exhaustion. Lavender is your reminder to breathe, to slow down, and to soothe your restless thoughts. Keep it near you, as a scent in your home, an oil on your skin, or simply a symbol in your imagination. Lavender teaches that strength does not come from speed alone, but from steadiness and calm. When you feel scattered, bring your attention back to this flower and remember its lesson. Calmness clears the fog faster than rushing ever could. By creating moments of peace, you sharpen your intuition and open yourself to guidance that your noisy mind might otherwise miss. The universe wants you to know that balance is not found in endless activity, but in giving yourself the grace to rest. Stone horoscope. Agate brings mental clarity. Agate, your guiding stone this week, is like a mirror for your mind. It doesn't just reflect thoughts, it organizes them. When you hold or wear this stone, it brings a sense of clarity, sorting the flood of ideas into streams that actually lead somewhere. Gemini, you are a thinker, a talker, a dreamer, but sometimes your gift can become your challenge. Too many directions, too many possibilities, too many words. Agate calms the storm. It grounds your thoughts, helps you focus, and gives you the strength to choose the path that matters most. If anxiety or indecision threatens to overwhelm you, agate becomes your steady anchor. It encourages rational thinking, but without killing your creativity. This stone reminds you that clarity is not about silencing your ideas, it's about aligning them so they serve your growth instead of scattering your energy. Numerology. The vibration of 5 fuels change and adaptability. This week, Gemini, the number 5 surrounds you with its lively, adventurous energy. 5 is the number of change, curiosity, and freedom, the very essence of your sign. Its vibration pushes you to embrace adaptability, to lean into shifts rather than resist them. If plans change suddenly, instead of frustration, you'll find opportunity. If new doors open, don't hesitate to step through. 5 brings you experiences, challenges, and surprises, but it also gifts you the flexibility to handle them all. This week may feel like a whirlwind, but the number 5 ensures that if you stay light on your feet, you'll thrive. It whispers, you don't have to control the wind, just learn to sail with it. Cancer, June 21st to July 22nd. Western astrology. The moon highlights emotions this week. Family concerns require sensitivity but avoid being overly protective. Cancer, the moon, your ruling light, shines directly on you this week, and with it comes a surge of emotions as deep and shifting as the tides. You may feel more sensitive, more connected to the needs of those you love, and more protective of the people closest to your heart. This lunar energy makes you a natural caregiver, but it also tempts you to hold too tightly, to guard so fiercely that you unintentionally smother. The challenge is balance, to care without controlling, to nurture without clinging. Family matters may rise to the surface, perhaps bringing both joy and tension. If disagreements appear, meet them with compassion rather than defensiveness. The moon is reminding you that your strength lies not in building walls but in building understanding. By trusting others to carry their own burdens, you allow them to grow, and in turn, you find peace in knowing you are not alone in holding the world together. Druid horoscope. The hazel tree whispers wisdom. This is the week to share your insights with others. The hazel tree, sacred to Druids and to you this week, is a tree of wisdom, knowledge, and hidden truths. Cancer, you often carry deep intuition and insight, but sometimes you keep it locked inside, fearing that your words may not be heard or valued. The hazel calls you now to share what you know, to offer your wisdom to those who need it. Whether through advice to a friend, guidance to family, or even sharing your thoughts in writing, your voice carries weight. Others are seeking direction, and you may find that what feels obvious to you is the very revelation they've been waiting for. The hazel doesn't demand that you shout your wisdom, it simply asks you to speak with gentleness and authenticity. Trust that your insights come not just from your mind but from the deep well of your intuition. This is your week to be both a teacher and a healer with your words. Vedic astrology. Ketu's influence pushes you inward. Meditation will bring clarity. In the Vedic tradition, Ketu, the south node of the moon, influences you this week, Cancer, and its energy is subtle yet profound. While Rahu pushes us outward into curiosity and desire, Ketu pulls us inward, asking for introspection, detachment, and spiritual reflection. You may feel a desire to step back from the noise of the world, to retreat into stillness, to spend time alone with your thoughts. This is not isolation but purification, a chance to let go of illusions, attachments, and unnecessary fears. Meditation, prayer, or even simple quiet walks can bring you clarity that logic alone cannot provide. Ketu reminds you that not every answer lies in action. Some truths are revealed only in silence. This week, allow yourself to slow down and trust your inner voice. Flower horoscope. Water lily. Beauty arises when you balance inner peace with outer responsibilities. Your flower this week is the water lily, Cancer, and its lesson is profound. Beauty and balance come from harmony between the inner and outer worlds. Just as the water lily rests serenely on the surface of the pond while its roots are anchored deep in the mud below, so too must you balance your emotions and your responsibilities. You may feel pulled between your inner need for peace and your outer obligations to others. The water lily teaches that both are possible if you honor them equally. When you nurture your spirit, you have more strength to meet your duties. When you fulfill your responsibilities, your heart feels lighter. The water lily reminds you that peace is not found in escaping life but in flowing gracefully within it. Stone horoscope. Moonstone strengthens intuition. Moonstone, your guiding crystal this week, resonates perfectly with your lunar soul. It amplifies intuition, deepens emotional awareness, and helps you trust the subtle messages of your inner self. Cancer, you already have strong instincts, but this week they will be heightened, and Moonstone will serve as your ally in distinguishing between fear-driven thoughts and true intuition. Carry it with you when making decisions, especially in relationships or family matters. It will remind you to trust your gut and to honor the gentle nudges of the universe. Moonstone is not just a stone of intuition, it's also a stone of calm. When emotions swell too high, it cools the waves, restoring balance. It teaches you that clarity doesn't come by forcing answers but by allowing them to rise naturally. Numerology. Number 2 amplifies partnerships. Teamwork matters most. The vibration of the number 2 surrounds you this week, Cancer, and its energy emphasizes harmony, cooperation, and relationships. 2 is the number of partnership, reminding you that life is not meant to be lived alone. This week, collaboration will bring you far more success than solo effort. Whether at work, in family matters, or in love, you'll find that teamwork magnifies your strengths and softens your weaknesses. The number 2 also highlights patience and diplomacy. Conflicts may arise, but instead of clashing, you are called to compromise, to find balance, to listen as much as you speak. This vibration encourages you to nurture bonds, build bridges, and choose unity over division. In doing so, you'll discover that your greatest power lies not in carrying everything yourself, but in walking alongside others with trust and harmony. Leo, July 23 to August 22. Western astrology. The sun gives you charm but warns against arrogance. Someone close may challenge your authority. Leo, your ruling star, the sun, is beaming brightly this week, filling you with charisma, confidence, and an aura that naturally draws others into your orbit. Your presence lights up rooms. Your words carry weight. Your laughter resonates like a golden echo. People are magnetized by you, and opportunities to influence or lead will arrive with ease. But here lies the warning. The sun, in all its brilliance, can sometimes burn. The line between healthy confidence and unchecked arrogance is thin, and this week you may find yourself walking it. Someone close to you, a friend, a partner, or perhaps a colleague, may rise to challenge your authority, not to diminish you, but to remind you that leadership is about guidance, not domination. If you handle the moment with humility and grace, you will strengthen bonds and prove that your leadership is not only natural but noble. If you respond with pride or stubbornness, however, conflict may dim your radiance. The sun gives you the power to shine, but it also asks you to share your light, not blind others with it. Remember, a true leader inspires others to shine beside them, not beneath them. Druid horoscope. The holly tree symbolizes nobility. Your leadership is needed, but practice fairness. In the Druid tradition, Leo is echoed in the holly tree, a symbol of nobility, courage, and protective strength. This week, the holly calls to you, reminding you of your role as a leader not just in name, but in spirit. The holly does not grow to overshadow others. It grows to shield, to provide, to endure through winter when other trees falter. Your leadership this week is needed, in family matters, in work, or even in your social circle, but the holly insists that you lead with fairness. Do not impose authority for its own sake. Instead, guide with integrity, with patience, and with empathy. People may be looking to you for answers, stability, or protection, and your natural charisma makes you the one they trust. But fairness is the measure of true nobility. To be the holly is to stand strong not for your own glory, but for the shelter and support of those around you. If you act with fairness, your influence will last long after this week. If you act with pride, it may crumble like leaves under frost. Vedic astrology. Jupiter blesses your social circle. Networking brings opportunity. In the Vedic sky, Jupiter, the planet of wisdom, blessings, and expansion, is casting its generous light upon your social world. This is a week of connection, Leo, where friendships, alliances, and networking will become the fertile ground for opportunity. Jupiter is telling you that growth will not come through isolation or solitary effort but through the people you meet, the conversations you have, and the networks you build. This could manifest as a professional opportunity through a friend, an unexpected invitation that opens doors, or the realization that someone in your circle carries the key to the very ambition you've been chasing. Jupiter's blessing makes your social energy magnetic. Others are more likely to support you, recommend you, and celebrate your talents. But Jupiter also teaches generosity. If you give freely of your wisdom, your warmth, and your energy, what returns will be multiplied. This week, Leo, your kingdom grows not by walls, but by bridges. Flower horoscope. Sunflower, radiance attracts, but don't forget to nurture your roots. The sunflower blooms for you this week, Leo, mirroring your radiant energy and your ability to turn heads wherever you go. Like the sunflower that follows the sun across the sky, others are naturally drawn to your warmth, your confidence, and your positivity. This is a week where your charm will feel almost unstoppable. Admiration, compliments, and attention will find their way to you without you having to chase them. Yet the sunflower carries a quiet but important lesson. While your crown of petals shines brilliantly, your roots must remain nourished. Without grounding, even the tallest sunflower can wither. This week asks you to balance outward radiance with inward care. Nurture your foundations, your health, your closest relationships, your sense of humility. The sunflower reminds you that real beauty is not just in the bloom, but in the unseen strength of roots that drink deeply of the earth. Shine, Leo, but don't forget to feed the soil that sustains your light. Stone horoscope. Tiger's eye enhances courage and focus. This week, the tiger's eye is your stone, Leo, and it pulses with the same golden fire that lives in your heart. Known for its ability to enhance courage, focus, and determination, Tiger's eye aligns perfectly with your desire to succeed and to lead. It is the stone of balance between confidence and caution, empowering you to take bold action while keeping your mind sharp and grounded. When challenges come, and they will, especially in the form of someone questioning your authority, Tiger's eye helps you respond with clarity and strategy rather than ego or impulse. It gives you the inner calm of a lion that does not roar until the exact moment is right. Carrying Tiger's eye this week will remind you that bravery is not recklessness. It is strength in control, power with patience, focus with fire. With this stone in your corner, your natural leadership gains not just brilliance, but wisdom. Numerology. Number 1 encourages fresh starts and bold actions. The number 1 surrounds you this week, Leo, and with it comes the energy of beginnings, individuality, and decisive movement. Number 1 is the pioneer, the spark, the first step into uncharted territory. It asks you to act boldly, to claim your place without hesitation, and to trust in your ability to lead. If you've been waiting for the right time to launch a project, to speak your truth, or to embark on a new chapter, this is it. The energy of one will support you if you take initiative. But remember, being number one doesn't mean standing alone. It means being the first to step forward, to light the path that others may follow. This week is not for hesitation, it's for courage, clarity, and confidence. Trust yourself, Leo, and trust that the universe is ready to reward bold beginnings. Virgo, August 23rd to September 22nd. Western astrology. Mercury inspires problem solving. This is a perfect week to tackle tasks you've been postponing. Virgo, your ruling planet Mercury is blessing you this week with razor-sharp focus, clear thinking, and a problem-solving mindset. The little details that overwhelm others become your strength now, and you'll find yourself naturally gravitating toward tasks you may have put off for too long. That cluttered drawer, that unfinished project, that unanswered email, Mercury is nudging you to clear the path. This is not just about chores, it's about freeing your energy from the weight of delay. With each small task completed, you'll feel lighter, more empowered, and more in control. Your analytical nature thrives this week, making you the person others turn to for advice, clarity, and solutions. Mercury is whispering, do not procrastinate, act. The universe is aligning to make efficiency not just possible but satisfying. Druid horoscope. The hazelnut tree aligns with precision and logic. Pay attention to details in contracts and conversations. The hazelnut tree, sacred to Druids, symbolizes precision, intelligence, and the pursuit of truth. For you, Virgo, it aligns perfectly with your natural strengths. This week, the hazelnut calls on you to pay careful attention to details, especially in written agreements, contracts, or conversations where the smallest word could shift the meaning. You are being asked to think like the hazelnut itself, compact, potent, and filled with concentrated wisdom. Just as the nut contains nourishment in a small shell, so too can small details carry immense power. Trust your instincts to notice what others overlook. If a deal seems too vague, question it. If someone's words feel inconsistent, investigate further. The hazelnut tree is guiding you to protect yourself and others with your gift for logic and precision. This week, your ability to catch what's hidden could prevent mistakes and create opportunities. Vedic astrology. Saturn insists on discipline. Health routines bring visible results now. In the Vedic tradition, Saturn's influence is upon you this week, Virgo, and its lesson is one you know well: discipline. Saturn is the great teacher, the planet of responsibility, structure, and long-term growth. Under its gaze, shortcuts are punished, but dedication is richly rewarded. This week, you are being called to focus especially on health routines. If you've been neglecting exercise, diet, or rest, Saturn will make you feel the effects, but if you commit to discipline, the results will come quickly and visibly. Think of Saturn as a stern mentor who wants you to succeed but refuses to let you cut corners. Your body, mind, and spirit are craving routine and order now. By embracing discipline, you create not restriction but freedom, the freedom to live fully, healthily, and confidently. Flower horoscope. Morning glory. It teaches patience and steady growth. The morning glory is your flower this week, Virgo, and its lesson is patience paired with perseverance. This flower blooms in the morning sun, unfurling slowly but beautifully, reminding you that growth does not need to be rushed. You may feel eager to see instant results from your efforts, but the morning glory whispers that true beauty comes in stages. This is a week to trust the process, to keep showing up, to keep working, to keep tending, even if the bloom is not yet visible. In love, this means nurturing connections without pushing them too fast. In work, it means trusting that consistent effort will lead to success, even if recognition isn't immediate. The morning glory teaches you that steady growth creates roots strong enough to last. Stone horoscope. Sapphire sharpens focus and truth-seeking. Sapphire is your guiding stone this week, Virgo, and its energy aligns with your natural desire for clarity and truth. Known as the stone of wisdom, sapphire enhances focus, strengthens intuition, and reveals hidden truths. With it, your mind becomes like a sharpened blade, cutting through confusion and seeing to the heart of matters. This week, as you navigate details, contracts, and conversations, sapphire will support your ability to separate fact from illusion. It also deepens honesty, both with yourself and with others. If you've been avoiding a truth, sapphire will bring it to light, not harshly, but with clarity that sets you free. Carrying this stone reminds you that truth is not always easy, but it is always liberating. Numerology. Number 4 stabilizes your week with structure and reliability. The vibration of number 4 surrounds you this week, Virgo, and it brings with it the energy of stability, foundation, and order. 4 is the builder's number, reminding you that success is not about flashes of brilliance but about bricks laid one by one. This week, the universe encourages you to embrace structure, to create schedules, to honor routines, to organize your time and energy. While others may find this dull, you find it empowering, because structure frees you from chaos. Number 4 also reminds you that reliability is your greatest strength right now. By showing up consistently, by being the one others can count on, you cement your role as a foundation in the lives around you. This week, stability is not limitation, it is power. Libra, September 23rd to October 22nd. Western astrology. Venus blesses relationships, but decisions require balance. Don't sacrifice your needs entirely for others. Libra, ruled by Venus, this week your relationships are illuminated with a soft, glowing light, and you may feel a surge of harmony in your connections. Venus blesses your interactions with warmth, charm, and an almost magnetic allure that draws others toward you. People will want to be around you, to hear your thoughts, and to bask in your balanced perspective. Yet, even as love and companionship seem easy, there is an undercurrent. Decisions will need to be made. You may find yourself standing at a crossroads where your natural instinct is to prioritize others' happiness, but the universe is urging you not to lose your voice in the process. Compromise is noble, but self-erasure is not. Venus teaches that love is not just about giving, it's about mutual respect, where your needs are equally valued. This week, the charm of Venus can help you strengthen bonds, but the wisdom of balance will help you protect your own inner harmony. Druid horoscope. The vine, like wine, you thrive in harmony and shared joy. This week brings social pleasures. In the Druidic tradition, Libra is tied to the vine, a symbol of abundance, celebration, and the sweetness of shared joy. Just as grapes ripen under the sun to become wine, your energy this week matures into something meant to be shared. The vine whispers that life is not to be rushed, nor hoarded, but savored slowly in the company of others. This is a week when gatherings, conversations, and social moments will carry extra magic. A simple dinner with friends could feel like a feast for the soul. A casual chat could turn into laughter that lingers long after. The vine reminds you that joy multiplies when it is shared, and your role is to be both participant and host of this harmony. Still, the vine also teaches moderation. Too much indulgence can cloud judgment, so enjoy the pleasures of the week with balance, just as a fine wine is best enjoyed in moderation. This is your time to thrive in connection and to remind yourself that life's richest flavor is community. Vedic astrology. Venus and Rahu create illusions in love. Seek clarity before committing. According to Vedic astrology, Venus, your ruling planet, dances this week in a complicated alignment with Rahu, the shadowy node of illusion and desire. This creates a dynamic energy in your romantic or personal life, one that feels intoxicating but also potentially misleading. You may meet someone who seems too good to be true, or perhaps an existing connection could feel heightened, dreamy, almost cinematic. Rahu has a way of magnifying desire while blurring reality, and this is the challenge before you. While passion is a gift, clarity is the true blessing. Before making promises, before stepping deeper into commitment, pause to question, is this real, or is it projection? Rahu clouds, Venus charms. Together, they tempt you into misty waters where boundaries fade. The wise move is to enjoy the beauty of the moment but to let time reveal the truth. Don't let illusions lead you down a path that isn't yours. Seek clarity now, and love will be stronger later. Flower horoscope. Daisy reflects innocence, keep your intentions pure. The flower that blooms for you this week is the daisy, a simple yet profound symbol of innocence, purity, and sincerity. The daisy reminds you that even in a world of complexity, there is power in honesty and simplicity. Your relationships, both romantic and platonic, will flourish most when your intentions are clear and pure. If you find yourself in a situation clouded by misunderstanding or mistrust, return to the daisy's message. Speak from the heart, act without manipulation, and hold on to your natural kindness. The daisy also reflects a childlike joy, the ability to find happiness in small, ordinary moments. This week, embrace that innocence. A walk in the park, a smile exchanged, or a kind word shared may bring more peace than grand gestures. Keep your intentions aligned with simplicity, and your spirit will feel as light and free as the daisy itself. Stone horoscope. Opal enhances intuition in relationships. Opal is your guiding stone this week, shimmering with its mysterious play of colors, reflecting hidden truths and unspoken emotions. This gem is known for heightening intuition, especially in matters of the heart, and for Libra, whose world often revolves around harmony in relationships, it offers clarity beyond words. Carry or wear opal to sense the unspoken needs of those around you, to read between the lines, and to understand what lies beneath the surface of conversations. It will help you tune into subtle signals, the hesitation in someone's voice, the glance that lingers, the silence that speaks volumes. But opal also reminds you to trust your own emotional compass, not just others. It balances empathy with self-awareness, ensuring that you remain connected but not consumed. With opal in your life this week, your relationships will deepen not through analysis, but through intuitive understanding. Numerology. Number 7 draws you inward, encouraging reflection. The vibration of the number 7 surrounds you this week, Libra, and with it comes a call to introspection, wisdom, and spiritual reflection. While your natural instinct may be to seek balance through others, number 7 asks you to pause and find balance within yourself first. This is a number of seekers, of philosophers, of those who dig beneath the surface to uncover truth. You may feel a pull toward solitude, toward journaling, meditation, or quiet reflection. This does not mean turning away from others, but rather ensuring that when you do connect, you bring your most authentic, centered self. The lessons of number 7 remind you that clarity comes from within, and that reflection is not retreat but renewal. By the end of the week, you may find that this inward journey gives you a stronger voice, clearer decisions, and deeper peace in your outward world. Scorpio, October 23 to November 21. Western astrology. Pluto pushes transformation. A secret may surface, handle it wisely. Scorpio, your ruler Pluto is the planet of transformation, and this week it stirs the waters of your life with intensity and depth. The theme is change, rebirth, and revelation. Something hidden, perhaps long buried, may come to light, a secret whispered, a truth uncovered, or a realization within yourself. This revelation is not meant to harm but to liberate. How you respond will shape what follows. If you react with anger or suspicion, the energy may spiral into conflict. But if you embrace the lesson with wisdom, you can use this transformation as fuel for growth. Pluto's power is not gentle. It is the fire that burns away what no longer serves you so that something new can emerge. Trust in this process, Scorpio. Secrets, once revealed, give you power. The wise handling of truth can become the key to transformation, and this week, you hold that key. Druid horoscope. The elder tree symbolizes endings and new beginnings. Let go of what no longer serves you. In the Druidic calendar, the elder tree stands for closure, completion, and the cycles of life. For you, Scorpio, its presence this week is profound. The elder whispers that endings are not losses but thresholds. Something in your life, a relationship, a habit, a fear, or even a belief, has reached its natural conclusion. Holding on will only weigh you down, but letting go will open a path to renewal. The elder tree is not about destruction but about transformation, much like your Plutonian nature. It tells you that life is not linear but cyclical, and every ending is also a beginning in disguise. This week, you may be asked to release something you once thought you needed, but trust that in doing so, you create space for what is truly meant for you. Stand with the elder's wisdom. Endings are not to be feared but honored. Vedic astrology. Mars and Ketu bring intense energy. Avoid conflicts. Channel passion into creativity. In the Vedic sky, Mars, your co-ruler, aligns with Ketu, the south node of karmic lessons, creating a week of intensity, restlessness, and potential conflict. Mars fuels your passion, your drive, your raw energy, while Ketu strips away illusions and forces you to face deeper truths. Together, they create sparks that can either ignite battles or fuel creative breakthroughs. The warning is clear: do not let this fiery energy spill into arguments or power struggles. Tempers may flare easily, and your instinct may be to confront head-on. But the wiser path is to channel this intensity into creation, art, writing, problem-solving, physical activity, or passion projects. This alignment offers you immense energy, but it is up to you to decide whether it becomes fire that destroys or fire that illuminates. Direct it wisely, and Mars and Ketu can fuel breakthroughs instead of breakdowns. Flower horoscope. Chrysanthemum. It blooms in challenges, reminding you of resilience. The chrysanthemum blooms for you this week, Scorpio, a flower often associated with endurance, resilience, and the beauty that emerges even in colder seasons. It is a reminder that you thrive not despite challenges but because of them. Just as the chrysanthemum blooms in autumn when many flowers fade, you have the ability to grow stronger in adversity. This week, challenges may arise, emotional, professional, or personal, but the chrysanthemum whispers that you already carry the resilience to meet them. Its presence encourages you to embrace challenges as opportunities to reveal your inner strength. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I become because of this?" Like the chrysanthemum, your spirit blooms best when tested by the seasons of life. Stone horoscope. Obsidian shields you from negativity. Obsidian is your stone this week, Scorpio, a dark, protective gem formed from volcanic fire. It carries within it the energy of shield and clarity, guarding you against negativity while cutting through illusions. In a week where secrets may surface and intensity is high, Obsidian is your ally. It absorbs harmful energies, whether they come from within your own doubts or from the emotions of others. Carrying or meditating with Obsidian will help you remain grounded, calm, and protected, even when situations around you feel turbulent. It also supports your ability to face truths, sometimes uncomfortable ones, with honesty and courage. With Obsidian at your side, you can navigate the week's intensity not as a victim of chaos but as a master of transformation. Numerology. Number 8 brings power and karmic lessons. The vibration of the number 8 surrounds you this week, Scorpio, and with it comes the theme of power, responsibility, and karma. 8 is the number of balance between the material and the spiritual, teaching you that true success is not only about external achievements but about how those achievements align with deeper purpose. This week, you may be confronted with situations that test your relationship to power, how you use it, how you share it, and how you respond when it is challenged. Number 8 also carries karmic weight, reminding you that every choice has consequences, and what you put into the world returns to you multiplied. If you act with integrity, discipline, and fairness, the rewards will be lasting and profound. But if you let pride or fear dictate your actions, the lessons may be difficult. Embrace the number 8 as a teacher of balance, between power and humility, between ambition and responsibility. Sagittarius, November 22nd to December 21st. Western astrology. Jupiter expands possibilities. Travel, studies, or mentorship bring growth. Sagittarius, your ruler Jupiter is the planet of expansion, wisdom, and possibility, and this week it shines its light directly on your path. You may feel a stirring restlessness, a craving for new horizons, whether through literal travel or journeys of the mind and spirit. Opportunities to expand your knowledge and your worldview will present themselves, a chance to take a course, to dive into a new subject, to learn from a mentor whose wisdom broadens your perspective. If physical travel is not possible, expect mental or spiritual journeys. Books, documentaries, deep conversations, or even dreams may ignite new understanding. Jupiter is reminding you that your soul thrives on growth, and when you step beyond the boundaries of your comfort zone, blessings follow. Be curious. Say yes to invitations that stretch your mind. This week, your growth comes not through routine but through adventure, and Jupiter is placing stepping stones on your path, guiding you toward broader horizons. Druid horoscope. The elder tree's wisdom suggests generosity this week. Knowledge shared multiplies. In the Druidic tradition, the elder tree is not just a symbol of endings but also of wisdom and continuity. For you, Sagittarius, the elder this week speaks not of closure but of sharing. Just as the elder's berries are gathered to nourish many, your knowledge and insights are meant to be shared, not hoarded. You may find yourself in situations where your experience, your advice, or your optimism can guide others, and the elder whispers that generosity multiplies what you give. Teaching, mentoring, or simply listening and encouraging someone could create ripples far beyond what you can see. This is not the week to retreat into your own pursuits alone. It is the week to spread what you've learned, to gift others with your understanding. Like the elder tree whose branches provide shade and whose fruit sustains, your generosity of wisdom makes the world richer. The more you give, the more you discover that true knowledge is never depleted, it is multiplied. Vedic astrology. Jupiter favors spiritual exploration. Meditation or philosophy inspire breakthroughs. In the Vedic sky, Jupiter, Guru, the great teacher, blesses you this week with the impulse for spiritual exploration. The restless Sagittarian spirit often seeks outer journeys, but now the call is inward. Meditation, prayer, or philosophical study will open doors that ordinary effort cannot. This is a time when questions about purpose, destiny, and higher truth may weigh more heavily on your mind, and the universe is ready to answer if you listen. A simple moment of stillness could bring clarity to a long-standing doubt. A book on philosophy, or a discussion about spiritual teachings, could shift your worldview in a profound way. Jupiter in Vedic astrology is not just the planet of expansion but also the planet of Dharma, of righteous path, and this week, it asks you to expand not just outward but upward, to reach for wisdom that transcends the ordinary. Trust that spiritual breakthroughs are possible, and that in silence, the greatest truths are often spoken. Flower horoscope. Carnation. Passion fuels your adventures. The flower for you this week is the carnation, a bloom that carries with it passion, energy, and determination. Carnations are not fragile flowers. They are resilient, colorful, and long-lasting, much like your spirit. This week, the carnation reminds you that passion is the fuel behind every adventure. Whether it's pursuing new knowledge, embarking on a journey, or throwing yourself into a creative project, let your heart lead with intensity. The carnation also speaks of love, not only romantic love but the deep affection you feel for life itself. When you approach your week with passion, even the most ordinary tasks take on vibrant color. This bloom whispers, "Do not hold back, do not dim your fire." Passion is your compass, and it will point you to the paths where growth and joy await. Stone horoscope. Amethyst strengthens spiritual clarity. Amethyst, the violet stone of serenity and higher insight, is your ally this week, Sagittarius. Its energy calms the restless mind while elevating the spirit, making it the perfect companion for the explorations Jupiter encourages. When worn or kept close, amethyst helps you tune into your intuition, filtering out noise and distraction so that true guidance becomes clear. It sharpens spiritual clarity, ensuring that when you seek wisdom, you are not misled by illusions. For you, who often leaps into the next adventure, amethyst also offers balance, a reminder that sometimes the most powerful journeys happen in stillness, not in motion. Meditating with amethyst this week can deepen your connection to your inner self and to universal truths, making your path forward not only exciting but also meaningful. Numerology. Number 3 amplifies creativity and joy. The number 3 surrounds you this week, Sagittarius, radiating creativity, playfulness, and joyful expression. It is the number of the storyteller, the artist, the child who sees wonder in everything. Under its influence, you are encouraged to create, to write, to sing, to paint, to dance, or simply to bring humor and joy into the lives of those around you. Number 3 reminds you that creativity is not limited to art. It is in every choice to bring lightness, optimism, and originality into the world. This week, conversations sparkle with wit, laughter comes easily, and your energy uplifts others. Embrace this playful vibration, and you will find that doors open effortlessly. With the number 3 guiding you, joy becomes both your gift and your compass, showing you that growth can be fun and that adventure need not always be serious. Capricorn, December 22nd to January 19th. Western astrology, Saturn grounds you. Focus on career goals, small steps bring long-term success. Capricorn, your ruling planet Saturn, the master of discipline and structure, is strongly present for you this week. Its steady influence reminds you that while quick wins may tempt others, your path is built on consistency, patience, and careful progress. This week is not about dramatic leaps forward but about small, deliberate steps that set the foundation for long-term success. Focus on your career goals, your ambitions, and your responsibilities. The tasks you commit to now, even the ones that feel tedious, are investments in a future where your efforts pay off tenfold. Saturn is not flashy, but it is enduring. It whispers that greatness is not born in moments of luck but in days of steady work. Trust the process, Capricorn, because every careful step you take this week is building a structure strong enough to stand the test of time. Druid horoscope. The fir tree reflects resilience and endurance. You shine through consistency. In the wisdom of the Druids, the fir tree symbolizes resilience, endurance, and the quiet strength to withstand challenges. For you, Capricorn, the fir reflects your own essence this week. Just as the fir stays green through the harshest winters, your resilience shines brightest not in easy times but in demanding ones. The fir does not rush to grow tall. It grows steadily, layer upon layer, ring upon ring, until its trunk is unshakable. This is your message. Your consistency, your willingness to keep going when others give up, is your greatest strength. The fir tells you that this week, you do not need to prove yourself through speed or flair. Your true brilliance lies in showing up, day after day, with quiet determination. The world notices reliability, and in your steady endurance, you inspire others without even realizing it. Vedic astrology, Saturn and Mercury bring lessons in responsibility. Patience pays off. In the Vedic sky, Saturn combines its steady influence with Mercury's analytical clarity this week, Capricorn. Together, they bring a powerful lesson. Responsibility is not a burden but a path to mastery. You may find yourself in situations that require careful planning, clear communication, and patient problem solving. Saturn demands that you face obligations with discipline, while Mercury gives you the mental sharpness to handle them with precision. There may be moments where you feel tested, where progress seems too slow or recognition too far away, but patience is your ally. Saturn teaches that delayed gratification yields lasting results, and Mercury ensures that you have the tools to navigate challenges wisely. This alignment reminds you that success is not immediate, but it is certain if you remain steady. The universe is preparing rewards that match the depth of your effort. Flower horoscope, Pansy. Thoughtfulness makes you approachable this week. The pansy, your flower this week, is small yet deeply meaningful, symbolizing thoughtfulness, remembrance, and gentle kindness. Unlike the bold blooms that demand attention, the pansy wins hearts through its quiet grace. This week, its energy encourages you to lean into your natural ability to listen, to empathize, and to consider others' feelings. In your drive for achievement, Capricorn, it can be easy to become too focused on the mountain ahead. The pansy reminds you that thoughtfulness in small interactions, a kind word, a patient response, a gesture of care, can make you approachable and admired in ways that ambition alone cannot. When you balance determination with kindness, you become not only respected but beloved. Stone horoscope, garnet fuels ambition and energy. Your stone this week is garnet, a gem glowing with deep red energy, perfectly suited to your ambitious nature. Garnet is a stone of vitality, drive, and endurance, amplifying the fire you need to pursue your goals. It strengthens your resolve, recharges your energy, and fuels the determination that Saturn requires of you. When challenges feel heavy or when the path ahead looks long, garnet reminds you of your inner fire, the passion that underlies your discipline. It gives you not just strength but also inspiration, helping you remember why you climb the mountains you do. Carrying or wearing garnet this week will keep your ambition burning steadily, ensuring that you move forward with both power and purpose. Numerology. Number 8 brings material focus and karmic balance. The number 8 surrounds you this week, Capricorn, and its vibration resonates strongly with your practical and ambitious nature. 8 is the number of power, material achievement, and karmic justice. It highlights your focus on career, finances, and tangible results, reminding you that effort invested now can lead to lasting rewards. But number 8 is also karmic. It teaches that success without integrity is hollow, and every choice carries weight. This week, you may find yourself tested in how you use power and responsibility. Will you pursue ambition at any cost, or will you align it with fairness and purpose? The number 8 asks you to balance material pursuits with ethical clarity. If you do, the results will not only bring financial or professional success but also a sense of karmic alignment, where your achievements are as meaningful as they are impressive. Aquarius, January 20th to February 18th. Western astrology. Uranus stirs change. Expect sudden shifts in friendships or ideas. Aquarius, your ruling planet Uranus is the great awakener, and this week its energy ripples through your life like lightning across the night sky. Uranus brings disruption, yes, but also innovation and liberation. You may experience sudden shifts in your social world, friendships that take surprising turns, unexpected messages, or new connections that arrive out of nowhere. These changes may at first feel unsettling, but they are part of Uranus's gift, to break you free from stagnant patterns and push you toward fresh perspectives. Equally, your mind will be restless, alive with flashes of inspiration and unconventional ideas. A thought that comes to you suddenly could lead to a breakthrough in your personal or professional life if you act on it. The key this week is flexibility. Expect the unexpected, and rather than resist it, lean into it. Uranus is reminding you that life is not meant to be a straight line but a series of sparks that ignite growth. Change is not chaos, it's the universe nudging you toward your authentic path. Druid horoscope. The birch tree symbolizes renewal. This week asks for innovation and courage. In the Druidic calendar, the birch tree represents new beginnings, courage, and the fresh growth that emerges after endings. For you, Aquarius, the birch whispers encouragement this week. Do not fear renewal, embrace it. The birch grows quickly, reclaiming ground after destruction, thriving in places where others cannot. Its lesson is resilience through innovation. This week, you may be called to step into uncharted territory, to propose an idea that challenges tradition, to start a project that feels risky, or to approach an old problem with a completely new perspective. The birch supports you in these efforts, reminding you that courage is not the absence of fear but the decision to move forward despite it. Renewal is never entirely comfortable, but it always brings growth. Like the birch, you have the ability to plant yourself firmly in uncertain soil and still rise tall, green, and strong. This week, innovation and courage are not only themes, they are your calling. Vedic astrology. Rahu sparks unusual solutions. Use your originality wisely. In the Vedic sky, Rahu, the north node of destiny, is active for you this week, Aquarius, and its influence is as strange as it is powerful. Rahu brings unusual solutions, unconventional paths, and opportunities that feel slightly out of the ordinary. You may notice your thoughts moving in directions others dismiss, your instincts pulling you toward ideas that seem odd but compelling. This is Rahu at work, magnifying originality, pushing boundaries, and showing you doors where others see only walls. Yet Rahu's gift is also its challenge. Not every unusual idea is wise. You are being asked to discern which of your inspirations are flashes of genius and which are illusions leading nowhere. The best way to navigate Rahu's energy is with both boldness and caution. Trust your originality, but test your ideas before acting on them fully. When guided wisely, Rahu can deliver breakthroughs that redefine your path in ways nothing else can. Flower horoscope. Orchid. Rare beauty thrives when cared for. The orchid blooms for you this week, Aquarius, a flower celebrated for its rarity, elegance, and quiet strength. Unlike wildflowers that thrive in any field, the orchid requires attention, care, and patience to reveal its beauty. This is its message for you. Your uniqueness is your strength, but it flourishes best when nurtured. You may feel called to honor your individuality more deeply this week, to embrace the parts of yourself that stand apart from the crowd. The orchid reminds you that true beauty does not come from blending in but from daring to be rare, different, and extraordinary. At the same time, it whispers a reminder that even rare beauty requires nourishment. Take care of yourself, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, and your rare qualities will shine even brighter. Like the orchid, you are not meant to be ordinary. This is your week to embrace your uniqueness and let it bloom. Stone horoscope. Aquamarine clears communication. Your stone this week is aquamarine, a crystal whose clear, blue energy is as calming as the ocean and as clarifying as a fresh breeze. Aquamarine enhances communication, making it easier for you to express your thoughts with honesty, precision, and grace. As Uranus stirs sudden changes in friendships or ideas, aquamarine will be your ally in keeping conversations open, clear, and compassionate. It dissolves misunderstandings and encourages dialogue instead of conflict. This stone also helps calm the nervous energy that Uranus can spark, allowing you to think and speak with calm confidence even in moments of surprise. Carrying or wearing aquamarine this week will remind you that words, when chosen with clarity and kindness, have the power to create understanding, healing, and unity. Numerology. Number 11 gives intuitive visions. Trust your insights. The number 11 vibrates strongly around you this week, Aquarius, and its influence is deeply spiritual. 11 is considered a master number in numerology, representing intuition, vision, and higher awareness. You may experience moments of déjà vu, sudden intuitive flashes, or dreams that feel like messages. Pay attention to these insights. They are not random, they are the universe whispering guidance. Number 11 calls on you to trust your inner vision, even if it defies logic at first. This is a time when your intuition may outpace rational analysis, offering you glimpses of paths ahead before they fully materialize. Trust yourself, journal your insights, share them with those you trust. 11's vibration this week is a reminder that your mind is not only analytical but also visionary, and when you combine both, you unlock wisdom that can shape your future. Pisces, February 19th to March 20th. Western astrology. Neptune enhances imagination but clouds facts. Check details before making promises. Pisces, your ruling planet Neptune is at its strongest this week, wrapping you in waves of imagination, intuition, and dreamlike creativity. Your inner world may feel vivid and alive, overflowing with visions, fantasies, and inspiration. This is a gift for your art, your spirituality, and your compassion. Yet Neptune is also the planet of illusion, and where it enhances beauty, it can also blur boundaries and facts. This week, you may find yourself enchanted by promises or carried away by ideas that sparkle but lack substance. Before committing to anything important, especially in finances, work, or relationships, pause to check the details. Ask questions, seek clarity, and be sure that what you are agreeing to is grounded in reality. Neptune blesses your imagination, but it asks for balance. Let your dreams inspire you, but let facts guide your decisions. When you hold both vision and truth together, you can create magic without being misled. Druid horoscope. The willow tree enhances intuition. This week you sense more than you see. In the Druidic tradition, the willow tree is deeply tied to intuition, dreams, and the unseen mysteries of life. For you, Pisces, the willow bends gracefully by the water, soaking in the whispers of the currents, teaching you to trust your senses beyond what the eye can perceive. This week, your intuition is heightened. You may find yourself sensing moods in a room, understanding someone's feelings without words, or receiving guidance in dreams and symbols. The willow encourages you to honor these subtle insights, for they are your natural gifts. However, the willow also reminds you to remain flexible, to bend like its branches when circumstances shift. Rigidity breaks, flexibility endures. Trust what you sense, Pisces, and allow your intuition to guide you gently, like the willow swaying with the rhythm of the river. Vedic astrology. Venus and Jupiter bless creativity. Art, music, or poetry flourish. In the Vedic sky, Venus and Jupiter align favorably for you this week, Pisces, and together they bring blessings of creativity, love, and expansion. Venus fills you with appreciation for beauty, art, and harmony, while Jupiter expands your capacity to express and share these gifts with the world. This is a week when your creative channels are wide open. Painting, writing, music, dance, or poetry may flow from you with ease, as though the universe itself is whispering through your hands and voice. This alignment also blesses relationships, infusing them with warmth, generosity, and joy. In Vedic wisdom, both Venus and Jupiter are benefic planets, meaning they bring blessings when you act with sincerity and purpose. If you devote time to your creative or spiritual practices this week, breakthroughs are not only possible but likely. Trust the flow, Pisces, you are aligned with beauty itself. Flower horoscope. Lotus, you rise above confusion into wisdom. The lotus is your flower this week, Pisces, and its symbolism could not be more fitting. The lotus grows from muddy waters, yet it emerges pristine, untouched, and radiant, a living metaphor for spiritual resilience. This week, confusion or emotional turbulence may swirl around you, but the lotus reminds you that you have the power to rise above it. You are not defined by the chaos around you but by your ability to transform it into wisdom. The lotus encourages you to seek stillness, to meditate, to breathe, and to remember that clarity comes not by escaping the mud but by transcending it. Your spirit is capable of great purity, even in difficult circumstances, and the lotus blooms as a reminder that you are meant to embody beauty born of perseverance. Stone horoscope. Amethyst calms emotions. Your stone this week is amethyst, a crystal long cherished for its ability to soothe emotions and connect the mind to higher states of calm. For Pisces, whose feelings often run deep and wide like oceans, amethyst offers balance, quieting storms of anxiety or overthinking. It helps you stay centered, peaceful, and receptive, so that your imagination and intuition remain gifts instead of burdens. Amethyst also enhances spiritual awareness, allowing you to access dreams, meditation, or higher states of consciousness more clearly. Carrying or meditating with amethyst this week will help you navigate Neptune's fogginess, giving you a steady light within the mist. It assures you that calm is not the absence of feeling but the harmony of emotions guided gently by wisdom. Numerology. Number 2 brings harmony in partnerships and collaboration. The vibration of number 2 surrounds you this week, Pisces, and with it comes the theme of connection, harmony, and collaboration. Unlike number 1, which is about independence, number 2 thrives in companionship, reminding you that life is richer when shared. This week, partnerships, whether in love, work, or friendship, will be emphasized. You may find that cooperation brings more progress than working alone, and that sensitivity to others' needs creates balance. Number 2 also highlights diplomacy, patience, and empathy. You are encouraged to listen carefully, to compromise where needed, and to seek solutions that honor both sides. The gift of number 2 is harmony, and for you, Pisces, it reminds you that your gentle nature is not weakness but strength, capable of weaving peace where others see conflict. The week of September 28th to October 4th is a cosmic symphony, numbers, stars, trees, flowers, and stones all weaving their patterns. Whether you believe in one tradition or all, take what resonates, and let the universe guide your steps.